So today is very interesting things about the short stand.
Yes, so today I tried for the first time to do this all by myself, and it worked.
This thing is like what I found in you, what I thought, or what it's not all I'm thinking, but the truth, the reality.
Yes.
You could have done before also, but then I think you felt maybe you didn't have enough confidence. Because for me, when I saw you were coming up, actually, you didn't struggle at all. You were like, boom.
Yeah, I watched you, and then I did it.
Yeah, and you are not like, shaking or coming. Not like that at all. You was like, just things just I showed you, and you just came up. And you are not even like, shaking and coming or nothing.
It's true, but I can't tell you how surprised I was.
But I also was surprised that I thought you struggled even. I thought a little bit, but I was surprised with that you didn't struggle at all.
That's correct, and I was surprised, and I could hold a position, and it was hugely relieving. It was very liberating. But it's true, I would have not tried earlier, probably. But the time was right. There was no hesitation.
Yeah, this is, I think, in a way, it is good that we tried before other style. I think that helped you a little bit. And
I feel very comfortable and very safe. I said this before. This is very safe, and it feels non-threatening, non-strange. And there's also some trust. So when you tell me just do this, somehow I think, well, if he says I should do this, then there's a chance I can. And then I just follow. It's very easy to follow you. And I'm not one who easily follows.
But things also, other things, not only you came up to come down, before also I used to help you to come down.
Yeah.
You came down yourself?
Yes.
Don't you remember that?
Yes, I do.
I didn't touch you at all.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a revelation today. Not only the shoulder stand, I think that was the icing on the cake, but all movements feel easier, smoother. I guess I'm not tense anymore. When I come here, I know we'll do something new and it's okay, and I'll just follow.
Yeah, that was very interesting for me also. Yeah.
But it's a very new feeling for me in general, because I don't, as I said, I don't easily follow. I don't easily trust. But I guess after 2 months, it is fine. There was no debate. And also other positions where I felt I would be probably much shakier.
Do you want the standing one?
Yeah. I didn't shake. It was easy for me today to focus and take the jitters away. Even if it started, then I found somehow a way to relax another part, and then it calmed down. So I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but that's how it felt. It's new and surprising.
Yeah, I think also that about the yoga is like we are discovering more and more.
Yeah.
Discover or invention, I don't know if this is what right word. I think invention is we find new, but discovering is already there. And is it?
Yes. But it's a new way to watch yourself and your body. I mean, I have never focused that way on me, on my breathing, and on my never. So this is new to me. And I agree with you, it's there, because I mean, I wasn't born today. So this has functioned for all these years, but without attention, I guess. And now there's attention and awareness, and it's very surprising. And I have a lot more strength than I ever thought.
Yeah, that is things like, in my experience also in my life, like when I tried a headstand in the beginning, it was so scary for me. And the people, when I did my teacher's training course in India, so when we did it's called a scorpion, like this is not handstand, even more scary one.
Yes.
So, but I really want to make it, and I kept practicing every day, and even minutes and hours, like because I was in the ashram. Then, like after 1 month of time, something like that, I could did that. I could do that, but thing is, when I did it, it was so surprising for me because I did not know that I can make it. So I was so surprised. Oh my God! And when the other people showed that during teacher's training course, it was so scary for me. Although I know handstand, because so it was. Yeah, this is more even. Always.
It's an evolution almost. I mean, how long have I been coming here? 2 months or something, more or less. And every time there was more trust in that things would advance. But this is different today. This was some breakthrough.
But you can see, I think the confidence is even more increasing.
Yes.
But it's not only just because you have got experience. I'm saying there is a proof why it is. It is not like we are reading something. Okay, today I'm going to get some confidence. It's not like that.
No.
Because it's there, and you know it. Because something someone is like when someone pinch, how you feel. So you have to feel the pinch to know the pain.
Yeah.
If you read somewhere, if you pinch, you will feel the pain.
Yeah.
But you don't know the pain, so you don't have to pinch.
Right.
So you have to feel the experience.
I mean, if you had told me today that this was going to happen, I would have not taken it seriously, and I probably wouldn't have believed it. But when you said, okay, this is what we're going to do now, there was no debate, and it just worked. But that it worked was very surprising.
Yeah. And also there was and you never knew that I'm going to make you do it wrong.
No. Certainly not.
Yeah, that also an interesting thing.
It was a little bit the opposite to what we did in the beginning. So the sun salutations, it was interesting. I did the 4 rounds without thinking. But the 5th round, I was anticipating something as we always did. And I'm like, okay. And then I keep moving, and that was fine too. But here it was totally unexpected also. It was just do it, and it worked. And I also feel a difference at home when I move around. So I have a very high bathtub, which is very difficult usually to get in and out. Not necessarily for me, but I could feel that it can be cumbersome because it's high and deep. And in the morning, I feel sometimes my legs were stiff. Gone.
Okay.
Totally gone. Jumping in and out of the bathtub without any hesitation. Again this morning, I went, this is so much easier.
Yeah, this is things we will not know how much how much it has affected
until it gets better.
Yeah, this is a very because I started doing yoga because I had a little bit of physical problems. So I used to take lots of medicine, and my father used to take me to do you know this story?
No.
Okay. So my father used to take me to all the hospitals, all the doctors, and they never could find the reasons. But I know I have got a problem, but they can't find. But the thing is, they scanned me, they took X-ray and everything, and my father was totally fed up with me. So after I showed him considering more like many doctors, so he started fed up because he trusts doctors, not me, because all the doctors say
he's fine.
Yeah. So in a way they are right in a way because they can't find anything.
Right.
But the thing is something in yoga, something which we, the energy, because energy blocks in our body, so all the problems happens that they can't see on the scanning machine. That is things, lots of things. So when I did yoga, I just want to try only. I never thought no doctors could find anything, and I took medicines all, and nothing could help. So my father, because my father reads a lot, so I found a yoga book with him. Then I want to just try, and 99% I didn't think at all that this yoga going to be a turning point in my life. Like after 1 week, I felt something different in my body. Everything, because I was so dizzy and you always feel like sleepy and no energy. In the mornings when I get up, I'm kind of very tired. And there's things that's there. I went, like I met in an ashram, I met a guy, and he introduced to me, he recommended me this ashram in Kerala, like where you can go and learn. So I went there, I learned more and more, and now this became my profession.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, this is things.
It's really interesting. So I'm a doctor. I studied Western medicine, and but there was something not missing, but there was always a feeling that there is more to the world than what we see on a CAT scan, for example. So it's exactly what you're describing. I can show on a picture the anatomy, but that is only part of the story. I truly believe that. I mean, we don't teach this in Western medicine, which I think is a mistake. But you have to want to explore it. I think that's the other piece of this. You can study Western medicine very intellectually, and it's very brain focused, and you can study it. But I think what happens here is a different level, and it's a different niveau, and you have to want it. If you're not open for it, it will not come to you. And I think it's a dramatic way of complementing each other if one allows it. But the truth is also that Western medicine mainly focuses on healing, where this focuses on prevention.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And keeping the body healthy, not healing the body. Maybe healing on a different level, but not diagnosing a disease and then fixing the disease, but keeping a body healthy and sort of harmonious with everything else, which is certainly not a Western concept.
Yeah,
but it works.
Yeah. It's in India, like in Ayurveda also, we believe in prevention. Because when I was in England, I had a client, he's a doctor, also he's a GP,
General practitioner.
Yeah. And he used to come for Ayurvedic massage to me. So I asked him, same thing, like you said about prevention. So he also said that they're learning to treat after once you got the disease.
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
It's a different view on the body. We learn the healthy body, and then we learn about the diseases, and then we learn how to work on a diseased body to come back to health. While what we're doing here is preventing the body to become sick, I think. And it can go beyond that. But it's a very different mindset. And I think it would be wonderful if one could complement this and bring it together. I mean, I mentioned to you earlier, since I've been coming here, without really making an effort, I eat more consciously. I eat more healthily. And it's not that I made a conscious decision to do that. It happened.
It happens, yeah, that's things.
It's very strange. I mean, I still eat things which are probably not awfully healthy for me, but overall,
still balancing.
Much better.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And it's easier. It's not an effort. It happened.
Yeah, that is what we really needed in our when we follow some things. We have to feel something, and if you think also I must do, it may not work, So this is really That was I really felt. Yeah, that's I think very good word. I think until yeah.
And I really feel overall much better. I sleep better. I wake up more easily, and I come here without fighting myself.
Yeah, that's also very important. Yeah.
Because I think I did other things, exercises in my life where I had this inner debate in my head. I'm going, I'm not going, do I have time? I'm like, why am I? It's not happening here. It's Tuesday and it's clear and I go. And I leave work and I come here and it's a very safe, a very guarded time and environment. And it's okay, I don't need to debate it. Not with me and not with others either. But that's a huge shift. And it's helpful at work too.
Yeah, of course, because once our...
much more relaxed.
Yeah, because body, this is like we say, a healthy mind is staying in a healthy body. So once you feel like that your body is healthy, the mind will be healthy and it will reflect in everything. It's not only in work, your personal life, in everywhere. You feel total confidence. You become optimistic.
Yeah, I think that's the right word. It's optimistic. I mean, I'm not very negative to begin with, but I did feel a change, and the outlook is much more positive and much more, even more open than it was before. And what impacted also quite a bit was the breathing exercises. So when I feel that something makes me really anxious, I learn to walk away. I can now walk out and breathe and go for a walk and concentrate on breathing and come back, and it's not solved, but it's better. And I don't pick a fight. I don't get agitated and I don't fight. And all it is, it's really just focusing on the breathing. Not necessarily the ones we're doing here, but just for listening to the breathing and then coming back. And then it's much better.
Yeah, this is like the breathing has got actually it's most important in our life. You can live without food, water, without shelter, but without breath.
You can't.
How long? 3 minutes or 4 minutes?
Not that long. Before you really get into trouble.
Yeah, I also never tried that.
No, but it's amazing, and it works. It really works.
Yeah, this is like in yoga, like I said, the prana inside. It's all problems of all the diseases in human body or even the animals. This prana, which the modern medicine or the scanning machine cannot see it, that is more subtle. So once it is blocked, the diseases starts to come. So through the breathing, we are preventing that. I mean, the obstacles comes, so we prevent it. So let it flow easily.
Yeah, and I think we underestimate how much tension and stress really we have in our society, and no one really thinks about this.
Yeah.
And people think
it's not only thing, maybe they are not aware.
Well, yeah, and then they turn up with headaches, insomnia, they feel sick. And so at that moment you start focusing on the sickness and you start focusing on the headache. But there's no thought around why this happened or when it started. And obviously there could be a tumor, and we should look that there is no tumor. But if there is no tumor, then it would be helpful if people were open enough to think about other things.
This is, I would tell you the same thing, like, my experience so far, because I used to take lots of medicine, and now, so I don't know what is medicine, because for me now food as medicine, like reading smoothies and things like that. So actually, okay, I'll tell other thing after. So many people, I think, in India, okay, I was talking to my other friend the other day. In the West, people know what to eat. Maybe people know what should not eat. So in India, I think people don't know what to eat, but we are aware more what should not eat.
That's interesting.
So here you can see, like in India. So I was telling one friend the other day that most of people in the West use specs, right?
Yes.
Just if you go to India, when you go to India, because I'm from the rich part of India, people have to have money to afford specs. But in India, especially my part of India, Kerala, most of them don't have specs. Not because they can't afford. To have specs in India, do you know how much? Maybe 7 francs is enough. So anyone can afford it.
You can afford it.
Yes, 7 francs or something like that. So it means like a naughty, like a 30 or something. So most of the people don't have it. In my village, we have about thousands of people living. Not even 2% of people have to go to specs now.
Really?
No. Really no. So that's why I'm saying people, we don't eat according to
what you should eat.
Or something like calcium or protein, blah blah things. But we just eat what we get. But what we mostly get.
Exactly.
Yeah, the thing is also we don't have any this supermarket system there. We always cook and eat or what we get from the field and so yeah, so that's really interesting. So this friend was saying that computer, you don't have a computer that don't work, but computers invented recently.
Yes.
Even 100 years ago, computer invented maybe how many years ago? 50?
Maybe 60, maybe beginning of the 70s, mid-century.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think so, for me, I would tell my experience so far. I would tell to live healthy. It is so easy if we know the need and what have to follow and should not. I mean, thing is obviously what we have to follow. That we have to know. In this, it will be included that what we should not eat, drink, and so like I said, green smoothies, having so we get real. So like you said, still we can eat what we like. And this will help to balance our...
Yes, and the interesting thing is you start liking the other things less.
Sorry?
You start liking the not so good things less because they make you feel worse.
Yeah, that's the thing. But once if you eat something unhealthy every day, you don't realize about the healthy food.
Yeah.
But once if you start to eat healthy food a lot, we automatically feel like it. To keep away from those food actually.
It's very true. But it was interesting when I was introduced to smoothies, so this was during my time in California. So I moved from southern Germany to southern California. And I met a group of people there who partly live vegan, vegetarian, very health conscious and very green. And the first time they gave me wheatgrass juice, it was very confusing and very unknown, and it didn't taste, and it actually made me feel almost sick. It was too much. I didn't know what to do with it. My body, I guess, didn't know either. And then after a while of adjusting to a different lifestyle, it became quite nice, and it tasted well, and I felt better. And so I started getting used to it. But I think here in the West, you have to be introduced as an adult to this. I mean, I didn't learn this as a child or as a teenager.
Yeah, this is the thing, yeah.
It comes in a different set. And it comes because you choose to experience it. And I grew up in an area where we would eat whatever grew on the field. I mean, I didn't grow up with processed food at all. But there was yet another stretch between home cook and really healthy smoothie or loads of vegetables. But once you experience it, it's actually nice, and it's not always easy to maintain in this set of society because it's not accepted everywhere either, and you have to sort of tread lightly in work environment or even in certain private settings where people don't quite know what to do with this. But that's okay. If they're open enough, they can try to, and if they're not, then they won't. But I feel a difference. I eat differently. I'm much more conscious.
Yeah, that's one thing. Is the way of the teaching. It's very different. Like the way of the teaching, the way of the food, everything is very different. So the yoga, what I follow, like I told you that 5 points of yoga: proper exercise,
Yes.
proper breathing,
Okay.
proper relaxation,
Okay.
proper diet,
Okay.
and positive thinking. So,
Okay.
so thing is like 5 points is like proper exercise, proper breathing, proper relaxation, and diet. When this 4 comes, you start to feel totally healthy and happy. Then the 5th point is positive thinking. So once you're totally happy and healthy, you think only positively.
It's true.
So
it's so much easier. You're less worried. I mean, you're not caught by all the worries that might or might not be so important anyway. You don't get trapped. I mean, honestly, you remember that one class I came here, I was really upset about something at work. They had gotten to me that day.
yeah,
And it took
with the phone call and
Yes.
yeah.
And it took me quite a while when I came here to sort of let go. But once it was gone, we went through the exercise and through the class, and I left here and I went for another walk. And I had a completely different perspective on the issue. And we solved it within a few conversations afterwards. It was gone. But I think if I hadn't stepped out of the situation, if I had kept sort of engaging in that unhealthy dialogue, we would have not resolved it that quickly. But having been here, having stepped out entirely, it was much easier. And they were surprised about how quickly we resolved it too. Because when I called back after this year, I was calm. Everything sort of had settled. And we explored a few options, and then we knew what we were going to do, and it moved, and the next day it was gone. So there is a huge impact. And it's interesting that one person can have that impact and influence the wider field. It's not just your own life.
That is the thing.
It spills over.
Yeah, you spread it.
Yeah,
Your positiveness, you spread it. That's the thing. Yeah, that is the thing. It's not only the person who receive it. That is something like what we do, the teaching, the style I teach. You can see like the breathing and the asana postures, and also we go to final relaxation, the yoga nidra. So it's all connecting.
Yes.
So this is what we needed.
But you know what's also quite a revelation to me is, I mean, I came here because I did not just want exercise. We talked about this. And it is much more than exercise. But the interesting part is that the consequences are more positive on the exercise part than any other sport I've done before. That I can't quite explain. And I think that's where the shoulder stand came from today. I guess my body's already much more exercised through what we've been doing than I realized. There's a disconnect for me. I cannot quite understand it yet. But that's okay too. I'm not sure I need to understand it. But I don't feel like we're vigorously exercising. But I feel so much stronger, and apparently I am. But I do not have the feeling we exercise. It's right.
Okay, this is some things like in traditional yoga. This is what is the yoga what we teach in India. So what we learn that each yoga postures release the energy, the prana. So always we need a little bit of time. We have to give a little bit of time to release and to spread flow through the body. So that's why you can see most of the postures, I give you a little bit of relaxation.
Yes.
So it helps to spread, and you can feel, you can even enjoy more how this work it and the flow and the refreshing. But if you keep doing it without any relaxation, so you really don't have time to focus what that posture, how did they work on me, and how does it affect that much. And also, like if I do only 3 minutes of relaxation at the end of the class, so you really don't find the difference between yoga and the other exercise. So this is what we connect everything
Okay.
It's all helping to balance. The balancing is very important, and also the chanting Om and the prayer, the chanting, and like when you close your eyes and when you sit, same in that time you feel kind of a stillness and silence. That is a very important thing actually. And also like when we start the class in the beginning, we are not starting right away we came from the work. We just first settling down and relax like 3-4 minutes. I need you to relaxation, and you totally prepare to the class. Then sit up and chant Om. So if you start and come and all of a sudden you start, you really can't. You're half mind outside. That also very important. Like I would tell, but in the West, maybe I would tell most of the yoga class. I think they are not following really this way. So, but also maybe can't, because in the West maybe people are not very used to this.
Well, I think it's both. You have to want it and you have to be open for it. And I think if this was done in regular yoga studios, people wouldn't go. Because it can be very scary. You have to want this. And I think you have to want to listen to that inner voice. I mean, I think the relaxation or the focusing your mind can be very disturbing if you don't want it.
Yeah, but the things, this is like you said before, if it was 5 years ago, you would not have done it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, let me tell you, in 2001, I moved to California. And I slipped into a group where people did yoga every day. And they were very close to this, and it was very important to them. And I couldn't understand what the heck they were doing. I went with them several times. It did not do anything for me. It was not, I wasn't open, and they didn't quite know what to do with me either. So it was not a match. That wasn't going to work. But I guess what it did, it had sort of introduced enough to me that when the time was okay, like now, that I sort of remembered and said, well, there's more than just pure exercise, and let's try how this all works. And now I'm ready, and now it works. But a year ago even, this wasn't going to work. I was not ready. But still, and I mean, I play golf and I do other sports. The amount of progress in 2 months, I have not seen anywhere else. I haven't. This is quite astonishing.
And also you feel like this became your part of your life.
It's
and
a rhythm.
Your routine.
It's a rhythm.
Yeah.
So Tuesday is a rhythm. It's clear. I come here Tuesdays. And as I said earlier, there's no debate. I'm not weighing this against something else. It's clear.
Yeah, we have to feel not as a debate. You have to feel like something you submit, you dedicate, and you want to do it.
It's an investment to me.
Yeah, that is very good word you said.
And I think that's what comes out on the other side. I feel like I'm investing in me, while usually I'm investing at work, at home, at my partner, at friends, investing in others. But these 90 minutes is an investment in me. I mean, I think I said this to you earlier. It's not an expense, it's an investment, and it really pays off. It's quite interesting already.
Yeah, people think maybe about going to do something healing, like exercise or something. It's like this is the right word. This is an investment, not like we're losing the money, because you get much more back. Because, like you said, even it will refer to your work, relationship, and everything.
And it's also just the time. I mean, if you had asked me a year ago, I would have thought 90 minutes. That's crazy. How can I spare 90 minutes? And now I think, how could I not? How could I not? If I were sick, I would need much more than 90 minutes for myself. I'm not sick, thank God, so I can focus on other things. But it's an internal shift to 90 minutes is really not a lot of time.
No, if you watch a television and if you chat with friends, or if you're on the park by the beach, 90 minutes is nothing.
It's nothing, it just flies by.
Yeah, when you think about to the yoga, something, but the thing which will give you really important thing for our life.
But it feels, I think there's another part of this. I think it feels scary to focus on you for 90 minutes. Then 90 minutes feel really long, if you think about it.
If you think.
If you do it, I mean, I told you very early on, I don't feel the time. I come in here, it's like a light switch. The 90 minutes, there's never a sense of, oh God, I hope I'm ready, never. But when you think about it before having done it, 90 minutes feel ages. I think there's very few things people do for 90 minutes just by themselves. Very few things. The only other place I can get this is when I read and I forget time.
Yeah, if you read also same. Because sometimes I remember when I was in India, I remember when I was a child, when we read, even eyes are really closed, but still we are curious about the next page. So
you continue.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is very similar, and I think one thing that you do incredibly well too is there is a certain amount of routine of what we're doing, but not that much. So the beginning is usually the same to sort of come in, but then the variety of the class is so open and so different that also I never think I'm waiting for something else. It's just as it comes, we go through this and the time flies by. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, this is other things for me. I never prepare for the class. I never.
I was going to ask you today, to be honest.
Okay. No, this is even when you do a posture, especially like standing postures, even is we don't hold that much longer. Maybe when you holding posture, I will be thinking which one I have to give next.
Okay.
So for me, anyway, I'm not. For me, like teaching in the ashram where I did, because I was staying around 2 years there.
Okay.
So I was teaching the people from all over the world. Mm-hmm. So I would teach almost every day, mm-hmm. and it was 2 hours class even there.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I got a very good experience. Mm. So for me, do you know, have you heard about the word cure? Cure? This kind of, you know, the arrows.
Yeah.
There is to keep arrows.
The arrow. Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So my cure is so big. I have lots of arrows inside.
Yeah, you can choose.
Yeah, I can choose. I have more to choose. So for me, even when I taught to this was 2 hours class in the park on Sunday.
Yes.
And this is things time. Yeah, I think when we dedicate, when we do the love, the time become irrelevant. Yeah, that is what I feel. But if I feel like something tak, you also will feel it's a mechanically.
That's exactly right. So it's neither mechanic nor it's a task. It's not a task. I don't feel like we're moving through tasks. It's moving through motions, for a better word, I don't know. But there's no schedule. There's no framework that's harsh and that sort of limits things. It just happens. And that's how it feels to me, and that's why time doesn't matter. It just rolls from one to another. And as I said earlier, I don't have the feeling that you will ask me to do something that I cannot do. And I think that's why I don't question it either. I'll just do and see how it goes.
Yeah, just be open and be ready, be confident, optimistic, and also trust.
It's safe and trustworthy.
Yeah.
If it wasn't safe, that would not work. But it's safe, and again, this was a revelation today. I'm really excited.
I think maybe
I feel so good about this.
Yeah, I feel like in your case, I think everyone, I think you're more discovering more and more there is something new to add for your life. I think every day. After each class, I feel like that.
Yeah, it's a revelation, and it's a positive addition. I mean, I focused most of my life on my intellectual education. I went through a lot of education. And what I do now also for work is very brain heavy. All we do is basically work that sort of happens in your brain, and then you do it. And I've not trained the same way my body I have trained my brain. And this is something that there's a lot of new things to discover, because the focus wasn't there. I always did sports, but much more mechanically than what we're discussing now. And then this sort of feels it's much more interconnected, and somehow it works.
Do you know what? I will say one thing. One thing is this is like for me as the person who share with you my knowledge, my experience. So it's also very, very happy to know that you are happy. That's really. I will tell you one thing. After the first class, you sent me an email that I really enjoyed. Tonight I slept like a child.
Yes.
Do you know what? You can't believe how much I was happy to read that.
I'm glad. Okay.
My heart was filling with happiness. I felt in my heart. It's not that I'm a very happy person, but even when I read it, I felt even now I can feel the horripilation. My head is standing when I say that. I'm so happy to read that, because to know we are the reason to be happy for other person. I think that's the most wonderful feeling for me in my life.
I'm so happy that I told you, because I thought, but the feeling was so overwhelming that I thought you should know, because I did come here and I didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, we spoke on the phone, I came the same day, I was very curious, but was this going to work or not? I didn't know. And it did. Otherwise I would not come back. It really has a huge impact. And I feel like there's more to come. I do not, this is the other thing, I do not feel any limitations, which is quite new too. So when I started playing golf, for example, this is a torture in the beginning, and it's very unusual motions, and you do, the technique is complicated, and it was not natural to me. And I was fighting this. I thought, should I continue, should I not? And then somehow there was like a light switch and it got better. But I never had that fight with this type of exercise, for lack of better word. Because it is a physical exercise that somehow leads to other things. But I don't think there's a limitation. I tell you, at golf today, there's still a limitation. It drives me crazy, and I still keep doing it, because I do get something very positive out of this too. But it's a different experience. It's a different body experience than what we're doing here. So we'll see what else is coming. I thought quite a bit about this one posture that I was not going to be able to do. You remember that one? The one where you were sort of
The crow.
Is this how it's called?
The way in Namaste we call the crow. Yeah. Even in the park, some woman said to me when I taught, some people could do that, even for seconds, because they could not. Because this is something like, I think when I teach normally, I share the trust. Not because I don't want people to make scared. Because many people, you follow. No, you will do it. You can. You will. And you have done it. That is things. What is my slogan?
It's interesting. When the shoulder stand today happened out of nowhere, because that's how it felt, out of nowhere, I thought,
this is things. Okay, the shoulder stands. It gives. It's called the queen of the postures.
Okay.
And the headstand is the king.
Okay.
So it gives a bunch of the benefits. This is one thing is like Because the human body always like this. Our brain is here,
Yeah.
but all the other animals are spine like this.
Yeah.
The blood can
Right.
flow to the head very easily.
Yes.
So the shortstand gives you that's very good benefit in that. The heart can rest, legs can rest, because the legs always carrying the weight, and this time, totally. And also other things, your chin going here to stimulate your thyroid and parathyroid. So thyroid and parathyroid stimulate means our resistant power increases. The thyroid support a lot. Our calcium level, and so good for the period problems for the woman.
Yes.
And also it's good to make your skin better. So,
Which works, I tell you.
Yes, yeah. And also there's another important thing more than that. Once you think you can't do it and you could do it, means your confidence increase. So yoga is self-esteem increase a lot in yoga.
When I came out of the posture, the first thought was, okay, this has worked. The other one is going to work too at some point. And then get greedy. It's like, it works. The other things work too. It's really interesting.
This is human,
It was there.
but we have to be greedy in positive ways.
Yes.
And this also gives you us confidence, and make us activity.
I came out of the posture and I thought, this is working. The other thing is working too. Now, if you had spoken to me about it, this would have never felt the same way. You have to sort of live it.
The other things, I will tell you one thing. If I had told you in the beginning of the class, Melanie, today you're going to do short stand you're on, then you would have thought all the class, oh, should I do or can I
worry.
Yeah, but this was surprise for you. I even you never thought I'm going to.
No.
So I just try it, and you for first hit you are on the air.
Yeah.
Air means when you come up on the posture, lots of things happen there. Means it's not only on the posture, the real you, your soul become more steady. That you got the trust, but you that I have got lots of things in me that which I am knowing, my positive things, which many people not aware, they are not recognized and realized how much they are good in many things. So yoga is not only for just physical exercise.
No, exactly. It's very true. I said earlier, I focus on my intellectual education all my life, but maybe even there I can release more that I have had no access to so far. Because only I had no access to all this, and it works after 2 months, surprisingly.
But this is one thing is I would tell for me as a yoga instructor, I don't think I am giving you anything. I'm just helping to find out in you. Because this is nothing happened to you today. It's nothing grew up or something came on your body. It was there yesterday and day before yesterday. It was there. But it's like a guru in India. He says, I don't give you anything. I am stammering your brain to make you think more. So I'm not giving you anything like that.
Yeah, well, it raises an awareness that you never think about otherwise.
Yeah, you're more aware.
Yes.
You become more aware of you.
Yes.
That is the thing happens.
But somehow it also trains the body differently. It's not just the
Yeah, in physical way, yes, but in mental way, I would say.
True. It's both. But I do feel that physically things are changing too. And again, it's a miracle to me because it doesn't feel that we're doing that much in class. No, I'm coming every day. I come in once a week. And it still works.
Yeah, this is like I said, the physical in appearance, the change, like I said to you earlier, you came as a woman and now I feel you're like a girl.
I'll be coming back for that. Absolutely.
And I'm not saying this only to make you feel good. This is the real truth.
Thank you. It does, I mean, there is a rejuvenation in this, which is astonishing.
Yeah, because like I said, in yoga, what we, in our yoga course, what we put your body is like a car, an engine. So what we need a car, so everything, like I said, like a proper exercise, breathing, and okay, for the car we need a right fuel, and need a good battery, and what is that? What is the name of that in English? The lubrication system.
Yes.
And but still, at the end, we need a reliable driver.
Yeah.
So then the 4 points that positive mind works.
Yeah.
So you could become, because this is our body is like a temple. So we keep it tidy and pure. So where the soul to reside in. So this is our body where our soul should reside. So we have to keep it tidy, clean.
And in this life and in this type of life that we live in our environment, it's very easy to neglect that. If you get trapped in the rut of a normal society, it's very easy to forget that. Because you can run on this for quite a while. The body is for a long time very forgiving until it's too late.
We really have respect.
Yeah.
So, I was talking to a friend the other day about the life, about happiness as well. Then I said only happiness, because the life is only happiness. We just keep many people think in the body, they torture the body. What we have to give the care. So even the relationship to your boyfriend or girlfriend, when we give care and the love, compassion, and we get it back. And if we even the Gandhi in India, India was under the British period, but Gandhi led the strike against the British with peace, and it won. So we respect our body, we give the care, we give the love and attention. It will get back, and body will be happy. It will bless from you.
It's true, but it's a very different concept of a regular society runs. So it requires a lot of rethinking. And we don't teach our children what you're explaining. We don't.
Yeah, but I will tell you one thing. For me, in India, what we have got and what we follow, and also something what you follow here, we have to learn each other. What we miss, in India, maybe people are not punctual, and what they do, they are not, so that we have to learn from here, especially from Switzerland, Germany, or England, or because you are very good with that.
Yeah.
So in the other thing, what I said to you, you can learn from India. So I think we are more balanced. For me,
I think it's about the openness towards the new things. And if that can work, then I
so many things which I had to use new for you, but for me it is not new in that in that sense. But many things about the being on time for Indian, like I said, in India, when I was in India, if I tell my cousin to meet 6 o'clock, I just will be starting from my home only at 6, and I reach 6:30 only. So, and that person here, when I was in England, that I really learned that being on time and...
That 6 o'clock means 6 o'clock.
Yeah, that is so I study that which I have learned from India, which I learned, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah. And I mean, that's how I feel about my experience, but I'm here, but I know that I mean, I have friends who I told about this, who I know are open enough. They don't quite understand, but they sort of know me well enough that they think, okay, there's something about this, we have to try it out.
Yeah, I think it is better at least to try it once and
Right.
know, because many things like to see, like if many people say about Alps mountain is beautiful. Is it East or Alps one mountain? Is it?
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Is it few?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, mountains or mountain.
Mountains.
Okay, Alps mountains are
Yeah.
beautiful. So to know the beauty, we have to see it.
Yes.
It's
You have
not
to
like
experience it.
experience. So and also like like you said, like maybe when you said to your friends they don't get it. It's like you said, maybe one thing they are not used to with this, and this is quite something is new because all the because like yoga is like because when you come for yoga, it's like you go to physical and mental exercise. It's not only for one. So and also many things are. Even when I told in the park, when I talked about this yoga, what I enjoyed, they are not, they don't know. So we can't blame them anyway.
No,
Yeah.
it's not a blame. I think it's having the openness to try it out. And I mean, I
But still
think
they need to trust also because the person maybe they don't know.
they have to want to. And I mean, I told you earlier, I was not going to be ready to do this in a group. I had done yoga in a group which I didn't enjoy for a million reasons. It didn't work. But it's interesting now when I saw when you send a picture about the yoga in the park. I'm like, I wish I had been there. And then I caught myself thinking, really, really, you really wanted to be there? Yeah. And the truth is, yes, it would have been nice. But so there's a journey there too. I mean, it did not happen just by accident. But when I showed my friends, they're like, oh, this looks very nice. Can you tell us the next time? I'm like, I'll let you know. And so, and I think they can see it in me too, that something has changed, which makes them curious.
Yeah, for me, like, like I say, it's like, for me, learning the hypnotherapy and psychotherapy, I have all that roots also. So, I think so that sort of things, if you go to your class normally, you may not get like this much maybe informations, what I am saying. Even today I gave you the relaxation, and it was a part of hypnotic. Because many people, but I will tell you one thing, is hypnotherapy, many people are afraid, a little bit fear, hypnotherapy, but it is nothing different. Actually, hypnotherapy, the positive, this relaxation like this, then we work with the problem. I also used to be afraid before because something you put in some state of, and we will be slave or something, we will talk many things. So no, it's not like that. It is, but the concept about things. So like if I give you this relaxation, if you had come for hypnotherapy session, your mind will be different. But if I did the same thing for the yoga, people accept it. Because for yoga relaxation, people are not really scared about that.
Yes, they are scared.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But again, it's like we said earlier, it's all about, is it safe? Do I trust?
Trust is very important.
And if the trust is not there, you can call it, I don't know what. People will not be able to do it. And it's very interesting because we talked about this, if relaxation leads to falling asleep or not. I don't get to the point anymore that I think I would fall asleep. It's a different state. It's relaxing, but it's not falling asleep. It's significantly different. But I would have not been able to explain this beforehand. You have to feel this too. And you have to be willing to sort of relax that far without falling asleep. It's a different state of mind. And you have to experience it. But it all has to do with trust, and it all has to do with, is this safe or not? If it's not safe, it's not
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the trust is very, like even the child, when the stage of baby, the child always will be comfortable with the mother, mostly.
Yes.
So the child will feel the trust. Our child maybe can't speak or child doesn't know anything, but there is a trust. So trust is very important. And also, like you said about the relaxation you feel. So, like we have got three senses for human being. One is conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. Okay. So what we are doing now, this is our conscious. So like I think I have told you, like when we drive a car, it is subconscious because you don't know where it is stored, but it is coming, and you are not aware because you're sitting on the driving seat, no right side, left side.
This side.
I said
not there.
Because for me in India and England is right side.
The other side, yeah.
I know how to drive very well, but I never drove in your side. No, I don't know because for me, gear is always left hand.
Yeah.
This you do with the right hand.
We do it with the right hand.
So for me, first, second, third, fourth, and top, fifth. So with the right hand, maybe I don't know how to.
From left to right. It feels different.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So as long as I drive in India or in England, my subconscious mind is stored for you. Anyway, the left. So someone is sitting your right side, your friend, your partner, whoever, you will be speaking with them very relaxed.
No problem.
No problem. Pedestrians are going, other vehicles are going, and you have got the steering, gear, 3 pedals, but still you're relaxed. That is your subconscious mind. So the unconscious mind, that is where the problems of human being is stored. So in hypnotherapy, we go conscious to subconscious and to unconscious. So there we solve. Even the yoga actually, even like so even when you are there, because you are not sleeping. So if you have got any problems, like something you face, if you tell me, I can add it to my relaxation technique, then I can lead it and even to work for even more.
Yeah, I mean, the sky is the limit. So much has happened already in 2 months. God knows what else is going to happen. It's fine. It makes me very happy.
Yeah, that is things. The key. What is we are looking for? Yeah. Everything is our main thing. Is at the end is the bliss, the happiness. Okay, if you watch the society, in the town, the city, we can see people are running everywhere. Someone is riding motorcycle, someone is riding bicycle, someone is riding bus, someone is riding even horse, and some police. But why? Everyone. Okay, they need money, but still, for money, what? To buy food, and for rent, and for holiday, and many things, but still for what? Happiness. Everything for happiness.
Yeah.
So that is what we need.
It's true. I never thought about it that way, but it's true.
Yeah, you feel, just look around, then we can be aware. Yeah. So that is what people are looking.
Yeah, they connect success, whatever success means, to a better feeling about themselves and to happiness.
Yeah, because someone gives you gives you millions of Swiss francs, but you have to stay only in the room. You can't do anything. So money becomes useless for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, no, other things matter. They do.
Yeah, this is so I think this we have to realize.
Yeah. But again, it leads back to you have to want to change, you have to want to be open to experience something new.
But I think actually one thing is most of the people, not 100%, most of the people in the society, I think they like to be that, but there's a fear behind, or something whether they can do or not.
It's very interesting. I'm going to send this to you. I listened today to a talk that says why you fail to be successful.
Okay.
And this guy talks about people and their ideas for careers mainly, and what they're going to do with their life and what's going to make them successful. And I said, many of you will have good careers, reasonably good careers, but only very few will have great careers.
Okay.
I said, but he believes that people have much more potential to have great careers. But what prevents them from having a great career is having fear. Having fear of failing, or having fear of trying something new, or having fear of stepping out of a comfort zone. And that holds people back. And it's always the fear, or the embarrassment, or what other...
Yeah, but the fear makes embarrassment actually.
Right, exactly. So I think the underlying piece to all this is fear. Is I cannot do this, so I'm going to embarrass myself, or what are other people going to think? And if you let go of that fear, life does become easier.
Yeah. So like actually the same for me. When I start to learn English, because I could speak English before I come to England, so I studied in India, everything. And being in a local village where people don't speak English. So I started to learn English. It was so difficult for me. But I could read and write in English because I had to study in the school. But to speak. So Swami in India, he said, I told him, oh, it's so difficult. Then he said to me, you just keep on doing it. If you read a sentence or a meaning or something, keep doing. After some time, this word can't help coming with you. It will have to come with you, he said. So that is a big boost for me, inspiration for me.
He was right.
Yeah, this is things like when I was a child, I read poetry, even in my language, even 4 lines, I can't put in my brain. And I read, I can't get it, I give up. But no one there for me to tell, keep on doing it. Yeah. So that was very, for him maybe,
it's practice,
and for him he was saying something to inspire me, but for me it was a big thing.
Yeah.
And now I want to learn German, and so many people are saying that it can be difficult, blah blah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, so, but for me, I have got a person inside now called confidence.
You keep doing it.
Yeah.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, because if I can learn English, because for me, English, at least you have got a right letters, alphabet, and almost all pronunciation, almost all. So very well, and also the prepositions.
It's very similar.
Und.
Genau.
So in my language, I don't know still what is the and. What is that? I mean, we don't have that
concept.
No.
That's funny.
You see, so it means for to me to learn English also. So German.
So different. It's much similar.
Yeah.
I mean, you took the first hurdle. The second hurdle is much lower. Much lower.
Yeah.
And you know you can do it, so you can do it again.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. This is a
very good.
Yeah. Experience is the master, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is why we're going to continue here too, and see what else is possible.
Yeah. So
it's very exciting. Okay. I might have to go. Otherwise we'll be talking again.
I think we can speak even hours, but the thing is now you have to go, and
we will look for the progress and then we'll talk again.
Yeah, sure.
What comes next?
Yeah, see you like, even we can see like,
The change.
I will tell you one other thing, it's very important thing I'll tell you now. I never thought that actually we're going to have this much long conversation now.
I mean,
and we didn't have any script for this.
No, it flew.
That's what we needed. As I'm saying, when I go to teach yoga, I don't have any script today. Go and do blah blah blah. This is we submit. So when we submit, there is no any hesitation or something holding back. Because when people act in drama or films, they read the dialogues and they submit. So they
rigid.
Rigid, and they make mistakes also.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we have conversations or something, don't have a script and everything's natural.
Okay, so this is the first time after 2 months. So we will see where we are in another 2 months.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Very good.
Okay?
And the crawl will be the next.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks a lot. It's hard to believe.
Well,